Yo guys, it's CFB. Welcome back to a brand new video on this channel. It's been a long time since we've actually uploaded on this channel on everything CFB. I do apologise. Like it's just everything's been everywhere. I know I said on this channel there'll be a video once every month, maybe 2 months. It's been 6 months. It's been 6 months, and I do apologise for it. But nevertheless, we are back with a video. We're back. Well, we're not back. This is the first ever tier list on this channel. This is going to be the first ever tier list on this channel. There is more definitely to come because there's definitely more things I've got in the pipeline in terms of tier lists I think would be entertaining for you all. It's a big agree or disagreement. We've got a Call of Duty games tier list. This is my thoughts on Call of Duty games. Let me know in the comments down below if you disagree or agree with me. And yeah, let's jump straight into it because there's a lot of games to get through. This is Call of Duty we're talking about. They release a game every single bloody year. You know what I'm trying to say? With especially the release of the announcement trailer for Black Ops 7, I thought today would be the good time to release this video. So, let's get straight into it with the tier list. And here are the tiers. We haven't got an editing software at the moment, so we're having to make do with this. The tiers are A tier being top tier, B tier being good but just underneath, C being mid, D being bad, F being absolutely trash. But the first two, we'll start with Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2. I'm putting them in F because of the simple reason I never played these games. I haven't even ever gone to play these games ever. The reason is because the games have never been, you know, that popular. They've never been, you know, me and my mates have never gone, oh, we fancy playing Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, the originals. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? We've never gone back and played those games. So for the simple fact I've never played them, I'm going to put them in F. But they might be good games. I'm not too sure. We are going to kickstart off with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. There was a Call of Duty 3, by the way, before Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. I don't know where it is. It's not on the screen right here. I do apologise for the ads that pop up at the bottom as well. I can't do much about that. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, I'm going to put it in mid-tier. Now, do not blow me up, okay? Do not shoot me. I've gone with it here because of the simple fact, at the time it came out, I never played it. I only played it more towards when I was a bit older, years after its release. As you can tell, there wasn't many people on the game. The servers were running still, but there wasn't much people on it. I mainly just 1v1'd my mates on it. And the times I played it, it was a really good game, really smooth, it ran well. Obviously, I know this was the game that kick-started it all off for Call of Duty. This was the game that kick-started it off. And I know a lot of people rate it definitely in their top 5s. I think if I played it at the time, I think it would probably be in my top 5. Maybe. But I can't rate it that highly because of the simple fact I never played it at the peak time. I never played it. So I'm going to put it in C tier because I did like it when I did play it. This was the start of the Modern Warfare franchise, the one that we love and know, not the current one, which we're going to get into in a bit. Anyway, let's start off with World at War, another one that I didn't play at its peak. I'm just going to put it there just for show. Another one that I didn't play at its peak. I wasn't there when it was at its peak, but this was another game that took Call of Duty to the next level. I played this a lot more earlier to its release than what I did with Modern Warfare. I'm going to put it in B tier, and I'm going to put it in B tier for the simple reasons. You guys remember the Thompson? Oh! The Thompson, no, was it the Thompson or the Tommy gun? It was one of the two. I know one of them's in this game, and then one of them is in Black Ops 3. It's one of them. That gun was amazing. The MP40. Oh, man. Some of the maps. One of my favourite maps is the one where there's loads of, like, pink trees. The trees with the pink leaves. I don't know what you call them. But that is one of my favourite maps on the game. Multiplayer ran well. The campaign I played, the campaign was top-notch. And it was the first ever Call of Duty ever to release zombies. Zombies, actually, fun fact, was only meant to be a tester. It was only meant to be a tester. Then they released it just on the basis of if it does really, really well, we'll do more. And it did really, really well. Everybody loved it. Everybody ends up loving Call of Duty Zombies. Obviously, it's ended up going on to be such an amazing part of Call of Duty with its own storyline. So big. The starting map is unique in its own way because with the starting map on zombies, I shouldn't read too much into zombies because that's a different video for another day, but the starting map on zombies, you know, no perks, it's just run of the mill, see how high you can get. I think the highest round I ever got to was 24, 25, I think it was. No pack-a-punch, just normal weapons. You'd just be training in that one room where the box was. That's where I would just train the whole time. Yeah, Wood at War, great game. Has some really good maps. Not to mention the zombie maps, you know what I'm trying to say. Was this the game where the Wonder Waffle was released as well on zombies? The one map with the massive the massive not sewer place. It wasn't a sewer place. It was like it's like a lodge. It's like a lodge. I think it's that map. But what a game! What a Call of Duty! Wood at War definitely goes into B, and that is somebody that never even played at its peak time. But Wood at War is definitely on there for me. It's a game I would love to go back and play. If the servers reopened and everybody was to jump on, I'd absolutely love to play it. Reminds me of the old days. Now let's start off with another banger. Hold on a second. Which is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. A lot of people's favourite Call of Duty ever. It's in everybody's top 2. If there's a top 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is definitely up there. For me, it's an A tier. And I'm not saying it's is it the best? I'm not too sure. You have to wait and see at the end. Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is, again, another game I never played at its peak. All the first couple lots of Call of Duty, I never played at its peak, at the straight release. I played it a couple years later. This game was one of my favourites. Unbelievable. I'm even saying it, and I never even played it at its peak time. This is one of my favourite Call of Duties. Obviously, with the Modern Warfare franchise, there was no zombies. There was, what was it called? Riots? Was it called Riots, where you just go up against bots, in a sense? Waves of bots, I think it was. Modern Warfare 2, oh my god. Some of the maps on this game, incredible. Some of the guns on this game, incredible. The Intervention being one of them. Is it the Intervention, or am I getting that mixed up with the more newer Call of Duty Modern Warfare games where they remade it in a sense? You know what I mean? Like remade the not just the Call of Duty but the gun. I think it was the Intervention. I think that's what it's called. That sniper was peak level. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Really enjoyed it. This is a complete U-turn compared to Call of Duty Modern Warfare, because Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like I said, the majority of the time I was just 1v1ing my mates on it. Modern Warfare 2, I actually played quite a bit. There was quite a lot of people online at the time I played it, and it's nothing short of just an incredible game. Really, really good game. Really enjoyed it. Now, let's move on to Treyarch's Call of Duty Black Ops. This was... Oh, what the hell happened there? Call of Duty... Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Call of Duty Black Ops. Let's just chuck it in straight where it deserves. It's definitely ahead of Wood at War, in my opinion. Black Ops 1 is an incredible, incredible game. Again, let me say this. I'm going to say this for every Call of Duty, so you know which ones I actually played at the time and I didn't. Black Ops 1 was just before my time. Just before my time. Black Ops 1, incredible game. Again, easy top tier type of game. You know, let's just go straight after the zombies. The zombie maps. You had Kino de Toten. Woo! I slightly think Kino de Toten is a little bit overrated, I'm not going to lie. But as you can tell by my reaction, it's a top tier Call of Duty Zombies map. I just think it's slightly overrated by people. The Giant's on there. Moon's on there. What's the one map that's quite snowy? What's the one map that's got Call of the Dead? Call of the Dead. Incredible zombies. Incredible zombies. This is where, again, they took the zombies to that next level. And multiplayer as well, amazing. The campaign, amazing. Call of Duty Black Ops was the start of, in my opinion, and I'm gonna give it away here, the best franchise in Call of Duty. Black Ops for me was the best franchise in Call of Duty. Is the best franchise in Call of Duty. I think it just topples Modern Warfare. I think it does. But yeah, Black Ops 1 definitely up there. I know for a fact if my uncle's watching this, he's not going to be happy with that because he actually thinks Black Ops is the best one. I think it's up there, but I don't think it's the best. I don't think it's the best, but unreal Call of Duty. Who remembers the Galil, by the way? Oh, damn, I'm getting flashbacks. The Galil OP. Oh, amazing. It's probably my favourite gun ever in Call of Duty, the Galil. Black Ops 1 Galil was probably my favourite Call of Duty gun ever. Maybe. As I go through the more Call of Duties, I'll give you if I think another gun's better. Anyway, Advanced Warfare. Now, this is going to be a controversial one, okay? This is going to be controversial. Advanced Warfare, I'm putting it ahead of Modern Warfare 1. Alright, don't shoot me. Do not shoot me. Like I said, I've given my reason why Modern Warfare 1 is where it is. Okay? I really enjoyed the game. Advanced Warfare was out at around the time where I started to pick up Call of Duty more towards the release, except from I got this game around Christmas time. Christmas time was when I got this game. In fact, actually, if I'm not mistaken, Ghosts came out before Advanced Warfare, but we'll get onto Ghosts. We'll get into Ghosts in a second, actually. But Advanced Warfare, wow. I think it's an underrated Call of Duty because don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's elite level Call of Duty. I'm not saying it's an elite level Call of Duty where, you know, it should be regarded as one of the best Call of Duty games of all time. I'm not saying that. But I liked the spin that they did. Obviously, this is where they introduced exosuits, the double boost, the double jump and stuff like that, flying around maps. I think when Call of Duty did it right, they did it right. It was fun. But when they did it wrong, they did it wrong. And obviously, we're going to get into that in a minute, obviously. But Modern Warfare Advanced Warfare was a good game, I thought. I thought it was a really good game. The campaign, I didn't really play much. I can't lie. The campaign, I didn't really bother with this year. On that year, sorry. The multiplayer, I really enjoyed. I did. I really enjoyed it. They had really good guns there. The game moved really, really nicely. I just think at the time, because it was such a different change to Call of Duty, I think a lot of people didn't rate it. They obviously had bots at the very start. If you remember, the first 2-3 months it was bots, and then they added in a DLC at the end of the bots thing where you could play zombies. And Exo Zombies was not great. I've got to be honest, it wasn't that great. It felt clunky. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. But the main thing I really liked about this game is they did the weapon thing differently. Do you remember the market thing with blackjack in this game? I actually really, really liked it with the crates where you'd open up a crate and you'd get some new stuff and stuff like that, new guns, different special guns, you know what I'm trying to say? You'd have certain tier lists for guns. You have a green version of one gun, and then that exact same gun would have like a purple version, a gold version, and a legendary version, which was the gold version and stuff like that. You know what I'm trying to say? For example, the ASMR 1, was it? Or the ASM 1? One of the two? I think the rarest rarity of that gun was the Speakeasy. Remember the Speakeasy? Do you remember the BAL assault rifle? Obsidian Steel, I think it was. Obsidian Steel. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It'd be like a FIFA pack opening. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you'd have special versions of those guns. I remember the first ever time I got the Speakeasy out of a crate, and I got the Obsidian Steel, and I went berserk in my room. Like I packed 95 Pele at the start of FIFA or something. You know what I'm trying to say? I went berserk. And they were incredible guns. But at the same time, you could get severely unlucky in the crates and just get nothing for loads of period of time. I really enjoyed Advanced Warfare personally. I actually did. And I hope one day maybe they bring out Advanced Warfare 2. I've always said it. Maybe. It could just do with a little bit of a change in Call of Duty maybe. So, I think Advanced Warfare is C tier. I think it's C tier. I think it's a good Call of Duty game. Anyway, let's move on to the game that should have came before, Call of Duty Ghosts, which I am going to put COD Ghosts in... Oh, where do I put COD Ghosts? I think COD Ghosts deserves to be... You lot are going to kill me for this. It's really a toss-up between the two. It's a toss-up between the two, and I'm going to put COD Ghosts ahead because I played it at the time when it was active. At the time when it was active, when the game came out that year, again, I got it for Christmas, but I played it at its peak time. That's the only reason why I'm giving it ahead of Modern Warfare. I can understand if you guys are arguing saying Modern Warfare deserves to be ahead of all these games. I completely agree. I agree, maybe. I just didn't play it enough, especially at the peak time. But I did with Ghosts, and to be fair, Ghosts and Modern Warfare can backtrack between the two. I don't mind. I think Ghosts is a severely underrated game. Again, another underrated game by Call of Duty fans. I think it moved well. I think the maps were good. The only thing I didn't really like about the game, I thought the campaign was good. The only thing I didn't like about the game was its special mode. They resorted to aliens. There was little alien creature things. I didn't like that personally. I could never get behind it. But they tried to switch it up. I can't blame them for it. Obviously, it's not Treyarch, so they couldn't go with zombies. But I thought Ghost was a good game. Me and my mates sweated this, and I think might have been in like, I don't know, I was in primary, so year 5, year 6, I can't remember, one of the two. It might not have even been any of those. But COD Ghost was a good game. It was a good game. One of my favourite maps on this game was the skyscraper map. Actually, now I'm just remembering, this game had DLC guns. I think this was the first ever time they added in DLC guns, if I'm not mistaken. One of them came with the Maverick, if you guys remember the Maverick gun. That was a really good assault rifle. One of them came with a gun called the Ripper, where one mode was an assault rifle, then you'd press the button down on your controller. That would be, you know, the button to look around, where you look around like that. You press that down, it turned into an SMG. That is probably one of my... Actually, I would probably say that's my favourite gun of all time in Call of Duty. I think it's the best gun of all Call of Duty. I think it's OP. I think it's severely OP. Too OP. But I also liked the things that they did, especially with the Predator map. Do you guys remember the Predator map that came with the DLC, where you'd get, I think, a certain amount of kills, or it might just randomly drop from the sky, and it would be a Predator care package where you'd pick it up, you turn into the Predator, you know what I'm trying to say? And it was just a really cool, you know, thing that they added into the game, you know what I'm trying to say? And there's a Michael Myers one. I remember the Michael Myers one. There's a Michael Myers one again. A kill streak drops from the ground. You pick it up. You turn into Michael Myers. It's basically like being the Juggernaut, for example. Like, it's a kill streak being the Juggernaut. You have more health. You're more OP, but you can be killed. You know what I'm trying to say? It was a really fun game. I liked Ghost. I think it's severely overhated. I think people are starting to realise that now with the more later Call of Duties. So, COD Ghost, I think it's mid-tier. I think it's slightly underrated by fans, though. I will say that. I've just seen that I haven't rated Modern Warfare 3 yet. Modern Warfare 3, I've got to be honest, and a lot of people... Oh, what the hell's going on there? A lot of people are going to kill me for this. I'm going to go D. I'm going to go D tier. I did not play this game a lot. In fact, if I can remember, this was as well past my time by a bit. When I did play it, though, I could never get to grips with it. I just didn't like it. It just wasn't my type of game. There was obviously no special mode on there. Obviously, the special mode was the Riot thing with the bots and stuff like that. It was just like... I don't know, the game just didn't flow well for me. Maybe it was just a bad time to play it, but it never really flowed for me. So I've got to put Modern Warfare 3 there. I know it's not highly regarded, but it's like in between B and C for some people. But for me, I'm going to go and put it in D. Like I said, it might not have been an awful game at the time that it was released. But the time I played it, it was very meh, very mid. You know what I'm saying? So... Alright, let's move on to this. I'm sorry, guys. This is, like, incredibly slow for some reason. Let's just move this down. Oh, well, that's great, isn't it? That is absolutely great. Well done, Xbox. Cheers for screwing me over. Do apologise, guys, for this inconvenience. It has saved, though, which is good. Yeah, let's move on to Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is a B-tier game. It is a B-tier game. Do I think it's better than World at War or Black Ops? I rate Black Ops ahead of World at War. Do I think World at War is better than Black Ops 3? Yeah. Yes. And this is crazy because, again, this was at the time where I was getting Call of Duty games for Christmas. So this was about 3 months prior to its actual initial release. So I did play quite a lot of Black Ops 3. Now... I'm not doubting Black Ops 3 isn't a great game. I think Black Ops 3 is a great game. I've had this debate with my mates all the time, and they've always ridiculed me for it. And I'm pretty sure if they see this, they're going to ridicule me for it. I do apologise, guys. But Black Ops 3, I think, is slightly overrated. People regard it as the best Call of Duty of all time, had the best zombies of all time, and is a top 2 Call of Duty, no doubt. I disagree. I think a lot of people think it's the best Call of Duty Zombies because of the remastered that they did. Because obviously they brand out Zombie Chronicles, and that was remastered zombie maps from previous Call of Duties. Look, they enhanced the graphics, they make a couple things more better within the game of the zombies. I get that. I don't think it's enough to call it the best zombies of all time. I think the original zombies they feel better because I think it's more of the fact that they are the originals. They were the ones that paved the way. Now, I'm not saying if you're counting Black Ops 3 Zombies as it normally is, the normal maps that they release, like Shadows of Evil, and then the remastered maps, Shi No Numa, I think it was, or Zetsubo no Shima, I think it was, and stuff like that. I think it's a good Call of Duty Zombies. I think it's a really top tier Call of Duty Zombies. But I don't think it's on the tier of Black Ops and World at War Zombies. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't think it's quite there. I don't. As starter maps goes, Shadows of Evil, I think it's one of the better ones. I do think it's one of the better ones. It's really good. It's still really good to go back and play now. But you can't count the remastered maps as part of Black Ops 3 Zombies, even though it is part of Black Ops 3 Zombies. I just think it's kind of a cheating way to rank it, you know what I mean? Multiplayer though, really fun. If you actually remember though, at the first time Black Ops 3 was released, multiplayer actually wasn't that liked. A lot of people never liked it. I was only there within that group within the first month and a half of Black Ops 3's multiplayer. I was only there for the first month and a half. Wasn't really a big fan, but they did something that changed it, that made it more fun, but it was more towards midway through the game cycle, you know what I'm trying to say? And obviously they did the jetpack thing, and I think they did the jetpack thing really, really well as well, I'm not gonna lie. So Black Ops 3, it's still a really good fun Call of Duty. It's a fun Call of Duty I'd rather go back to nowadays, obviously. But I just wouldn't say it's better than Modern Warfare 2, the original, Black Ops 1, or World at War. I just wouldn't. So anyway, that's what I've gone with there. I should have put Black Ops 2 in before Black Ops 3. I just didn't read ahead of it. Anyway, Black Ops 2. Where am I going to put Black Ops 2? Simple. I'm just going to say this right here, right now. Black Ops 2, my favourite Call of Duty of all time. I think it's the best Call of Duty of all time. Modern Warfare 2, second best Call of Duty of all time. That's it. You don't need to worry about that A tier now, in my opinion. These two Call of Duties, peak. Absolute cinema. Cinema. It is. Black Ops 2, again, just before my time. It was just before my time. But I played it. And COD Ghost towards the end of COD Ghost, it went a little bit stale. I forgot to mention that about COD Ghost. It went a little bit stale towards the end. And me and my mates went back and played Black Ops 2. And it still had so much people on it. So much people on it. You know what I mean? It was popping. So you could get a full experience still of the game. And my God, multiplayer was unreal. It had that futuristic element of it, of Call of Duty, without the jetpacks. And I think it mashed in perfectly. The campaign as well is my favourite campaign. The multiplayer is my favourite multiplayer. The guns are my favourite as well. My favourite gun on that game was is it the Peacemaker? Peacekeeper, one of the two. DLC gun. Again, brilliant with the weaponised 115 camo. Oh, DSR sniper. Yeah. A tier, no question of a doubt. Zombies as well, my favourite zombies. You had the starter maps being Transit. I think Transit's a tad little overrated. I think at the time, around this time, Transit wasn't that rated. Nowadays it is fairly rated, I don't know why, but Transit, it's a fun thing to do. If you want to piss around and stuff like that, it's a fun thing to do, I get it. But you had starter maps as well, like Town. Town is amazing. It's part of Transit, but it's also, you could do a round-based version of Town, and it is amazing. Love it. You have the DLC maps like Buried, Origins, which is, in my opinion, the hardest zombies map of all time of Call of Duty. Mob of the Dead, like I said, Buried as well. The only L in that zombies was Derice, or Derice. And even then, nowadays, it's better than the zombies we get. It's a very mid zombies though. It's very hard, you know what I'm trying to say. Once you get used to it, it's actually quite fun. You had the zombies weapon, the ray gun Mark II and stuff like that. Oh my god, the game is so beautiful. I still go back to it and play the zombies nowadays because it's so damn good. So good. It's to die for. Black Ops 2, favourite Call of Duty of all time. Let's move on to the next one. Infinite Warfare. Yeah. It goes without saying, really. It goes without saying. Ignore the first two on F, obviously, because I never played those Call of Duty, so ignore that. Pretend that space... Actually, you know what? You know what? This makes more sense, doesn't it? This makes more sense if I just put them down here and not on the rating scale. Yeah, Infinite Warfare was ass. Ass. It stunk. Absolutely stunk. I didn't like the double jumping. The double jumping on it felt clunky. Felt really off. The campaign... I didn't really play much of it. Didn't really like the little bits I've seen of it, though. Zombies, I know a lot of people do like the zombies. I'm not saying the zombies is bad. The zombies starter map. Oh my god, I forgot what it's called. Oh my god, I forgot what it's called. What's the zombies starter map called? Let me type it in. I forgot what it's called. Everybody rants and raves about it nowadays, saying it's like a really top tier zombies map. I do think it's a good zombies map, but it's not top tier. Hold on. Infinite Warfare zombies maps. Oh my god, I'm absolutely sweating. Oh, Zombies in Spaceland. Zombies in Spaceland. Yeah, it was good. It was all right. Zombies. It couldn't save the game. The game was ass. So bad. So bad. Easy bottom tier. I'm not really going to say much else about it. World War II. World War II, I'm going to put in top of D tier. And the reason why I put it in top of D tier is, look, the first 2 months of World War II, Call of Duty World War II, was not great. It was really, really lackluster. And then they upped it a little bit, not by much, but they upped it a little bit. I'm talking about the multiplayer, by the way. I didn't touch the campaign on this, I've got to be honest. They upped it a little bit on the multiplayer, but it still just wasn't good enough for the next couple months. They saved the game too late. The multiplayer actually became fun and playable around 2 or 3 months prior to the next Call of Duty's release. And it was actually playable. It wasn't amazing, but like if they kept the way it was in the last 2 or 3 months of multiplayer in World War II for the whole duration of the multiplayer, I would have said it was easy top C tier, ahead of Advanced Warfare, just about. But they didn't. They didn't save it. They saved it until literally last minute, where everybody just dropped off the game in general. You know what I'm trying to say? This is where Call of Duty started to take a little bit of a dip, in my opinion. This was the time where Call of Duty started to take a dip. Zombies was fun. I did enjoy Zombies. It had a different element of Zombies to it. It had a scary factor. It's my opinion, the scariest Zombies that they've ever released. And I actually quite enjoyed the Zombies. But again, that's a different video for another day. In my opinion, top of D tier easily. Black Ops 4 as well. The worst Black Ops they've ever released. F tier. Multiplayer, not good, in my opinion. Just not good. The zombies as well, I didn't really find much connection with the zombies. The zombies I didn't really have much of a connection with. They had one good map, and that was the last map. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that the map? I'm absolutely sweating. Wasn't that the map where it was all in the ether? With Samantha or something? I can't remember. But apart from that, I didn't really find much recollection with Black Ops 4. They had Blackout though, and the one thing I'll give Blackout is, obviously this was their first ever try of Battle Royale. This was their first ever try of Battle Royale. And it wasn't bad. I think what made it bad was the fact of the TTK, and this also implements to multiplayer, by the way. The TTK took so long. So long. It was jarring. In Blackout, it was worse by a 10 times scale. You know what I'm trying to say? The TTK was so long. For me, it felt like I was putting on meta weapons that everybody was putting out. I was trying it, and it still took so long to kill somebody on there. I was done with it. I think, obviously, we've seen the Black Ops 7 trailer. I think they're going to bring back Blackout. If they do that, I hope the TTK isn't as so long as what it was on here, because it took ages. You didn't even need plates. It would still take you 10 seconds to get killed, even when you're standing still. You know what I mean? It took so long. I didn't like the fact with the map as well, on the main map, that there were zombies roaming around at times. I didn't like that. I don't like that. Obviously, we've all played Fortnite before. I didn't like when Fortnite brought in the zombies roaming around at times as well. Maybe it's just a thing with me. Didn't really like it. Black Ops 4, I think, is definitely the worst Black Ops of the franchise. Not even a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. Modern Warfare 1. Modern Warfare 1. I'm going to put in top of D. Well, bottom of D, sorry. Again, didn't really like the multiplayer. This is where Call of Duty started to take a fall off. I didn't really like the multiplayer for me. I think Call of Duty took an even bigger nosedive at this time, and I'll explain why. Because the multiplayer brought in stupid movement. This is where they brought in the stupid movement with the snake sliding, where you'd slide, stand up, you know, do all this stupid movement nowadays. You know what I'm trying to say? Become a movement demon. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. It's so far from what the original Call of Duty was. It became too arcade-ish. I know Call of Duty games were arcade anyway, but like, it became too fantastical in my opinion. This is when the stupid skins, skin bundles came out as well. The only big positive, and I feel like this is what takes this game up a notch, is Warzone. Now, we can't rate Warzone because Warzone's not on here, but this was the introduction of Warzone. Like I said, Blackout didn't do that well, but this is where Warzone finally got released. And Warzone, especially at the time of Modern Warfare 1, amazing. Absolutely, down to the last minute details, as Homelander says, down to the T. It was amazing. Generational. In my opinion, at the time of the very first Verdansk, Warzone, in my opinion, has been the best battle royale. It has been the best battle royale. I'm not gonna lie, it is so much fun times with the battle royale. And I think a lot of people go back to this Call of Duty and go, "Oh, this was actually a really good Call of Duty at the time," because of the Warzone. Without the Warzone and just normal multiplayer, like it could have been, this is easy bottom of D tier, and that's why I'm gonna rate it. I'm not gonna rate it based off Warzone because, in my opinion, it's a separate game. But ass. It does have one of the best guns, though, of all time, and especially Warzone guns. It's the best Warzone gun of all time, definitely. One of the best multiplayer guns of all time, too. One of. The Grau. Oh, my God. That thing would laser you on Verdansk from a distance unknown to man. It would hit harder from a longer distance than what a sniper would. It's... Oh, what a gun. What a gun. They really should have kept the engine, though, in my opinion, of Modern Warfare 1. For Warzone, because the new Warzone engine that they're using, in my opinion, looks worse than the original Warzone engine. But that's just my opinion. Modern Warfare 1, very, very overrated. Ass. Cold War. Cold War. God, where do I put Cold War? Let me just scroll up here. Cold War, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go middle of D tier. Actually, I don't know, you know. Yeah, I'm going to go middle of D tier. But I don't think it was a bad game. I think it had its massive... It had more good than bad. But the bad that it had was massive. Was huge. The multiplayer was good. I didn't like the Nuketown that they added in Warzone. I never even spoke about Nuketown on the previous Call of Duty. The original Black Ops Nuketown was the best Nuketown in my opinion. Black Ops 2 Nuketown was a brilliant Nuketown. Black Ops 3 Nuketown was a brilliant Nuketown. Black Ops 4's one, was that the one with the nuke in the middle, I think it was, weren't it? Not my biggest fan. Cold War's Nuketown as well, it just didn't, in my opinion, run that well. It just didn't run that well. Was that one the one with the graffiti around it, I think it was? Yeah, Cold War multiplayer, it's okay. It was okay. The Warzone iteration from it, in my opinion, was still decent. The zombies, this is where I've got to say this. The zombies wasn't amazing. I'm not going to lie. This is where they started to add in health bars above the zombies' heads. I didn't like that. I still don't like that. The zombies wasn't amazing. But there's one map on there that I'm going to give massive credit for, and I think it's one of the best zombies maps in all of Call of Duty Zombies, and especially starter maps. It's the starter map for the zombies. It was a bigger version of the original starting map on World at War Zombies. I forgot what the map is called, but you know what I'm trying to say. There's a bit on the left-hand side near the very, very start of where you start. That's the original World at War bit of Zombies, you know what I mean? But now you can venture out into this massive area. I really liked that part of Zombies. I think the starter map was really, really good. I think it had a very big potential to become a really good Zombies, but obviously they didn't end up doing it. They ended up flopping it a little bit. But I would say it's D tier, mid D tier. I wouldn't say it's anything too extravagant, but I think it's just about better than Modern Warfare. I think Modern Warfare was poo, honestly. Speaking about poo, yeah, Vanguard. I hope this isn't lagging again. Yeah, I think it's lagging. No, it's not. It's back. Vanguard's the worst Call of Duty. Oh wait, hold on a minute. I've made a mistake then. Yeah, I've made two mistakes actually. I say Black Ops 4 was better than Infinite Warfare. Vanguard is the worst Call of Duty of all time. I'm not even going to speak on it because I haven't got much to really say about it, except from the fact that I pre-ordered this game, I played the beta, I absolutely adored the beta. I thought it was a brilliant beta. I pre-ordered it, I was waiting months for it, I was so excited, we heard Zombies was back, I was there like, oh my god, we could be witnessing maybe one of the best Call of Duty games. It came out, multiplayer, awful. I can't even, eye-watering awful. I'd rather bleach my eyes and play the game whilst my hands are stuck in bleach. You know what I mean? It's that, the multiplayer was that bad. The integration of Vanguard into Warzone as well ruined Warzone for me. It ruined Warzone. I think Warzone took a dip around this time. And the Zombies, let's speak less about the Zombies. It just wasn't Zombies, was it? You can all agree with me, especially that starter map. That was so far from Zombies, it's unreal. I really hated this game. Absolutely hated it. Refunded it after the first day. I'd probably say I had it for about a day and a half, and then I refunded it. That's it, gone, you're out. That's how much I hated it. And I went on to play Fortnite, which is a game that obviously I really, really loved when it first came out, but then it took a bit of a nosedive around this time. But I went back to it. That's how bad this game was. Rocket League was when I started taking a peek around this time. Oh my god, seriously. But yeah, Vanguard for me, easy F tier. Easy, bottom, worst Call of Duty of all time. That's all you've got to know. This is the worst COD game of all time. And I don't even think it's debatable, really. Alright, okay, we're back up now. We're back up. Alright, so, last 3 Call of Duty games to rate. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare. No, not the original Modern Warfare, sorry guys. Sorry. Modern Warfare 2, the newest ones. I'm going to put mid-tier a D as well. A lot of people are going to crucify me for this because a lot of people think this is a bottom 3 Call of Duty. Look, I'm going to tell you this. The only reason why you lot think it's a bottom 3 Call of Duty is because you didn't have the movement. You didn't have the movement that you guys sucked up to in the original well, not the original Modern Warfare, the newest version of the Modern Warfare franchise with Modern Warfare 1. It's the only reason why you guys think it's a bad Call of Duty. The only reason. I actually think it took more skill. It takes more skill to be good at this Modern Warfare 2 than what it did to be good at the newest version of Modern Warfare 1. And that includes Modern Warfare 3. We're going to get to Modern Warfare 3 in a minute as well. Modern Warfare 2, I actually thought was a really decent Call of Duty in the first season. Remember this is when we started adding battle passes and seasons and stuff like that. The first season of Modern Warfare 2, I actually thought was a really good Call of Duty. I actually think it was a really good Call of Duty. I thought it was really fun. Me and my mates had a lot of fun on S&D and stuff like that on there. Some of the maps were decent. The hotel map, for example. This is where I started to... I was playing so much ranked as well. Like, I loved ranked on here. And then, around Season 2, you start to see a bit of a dip-off. I was thinking, oh, they've added in some of the things that the pros are moaning about and stuff like that now. It took a bit of a dip. But Season 2.5 is where I just went, nah, I'm not having it with this game. because they added in too much things that all the pros were saying they should add in. If they kept the game the same, obviously adding in very few things, but not the things that the pros were saying. I think the pros ruined the game mainly. If they kept it the same from Season 1, I actually think this would have been a good Call of Duty, but it definitely wouldn't have gone down well with the community of Call of Duty, because they obviously wanted all the movement and stuff. The integration from this to Warzone did not work with it. I'll admit that. The Warzone did not work with it. But again, I think it's better than the original, better than this Modern Warfare, without a shadow of a doubt. Crucify me as much as you want. I know I'm going to get crucified for that though, 100%. Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3, I think, is just worse than Black Ops 4, but better than Infinite Warfare and way better than Vanguard. Again, didn't really play Modern Warfare 3 that much. This Modern Warfare 3 that much. You know, I didn't really have that connection with it. This is when they bring back the movement and stuff like that. People started to rave about the movement now. I think it worked better with the integration of Warzone, obviously. You know, the multiplayer was decent. Obviously, Shipment was on it, and in my opinion, this Modern Warfare 3 Shipment was unbearable. Oh, absolutely unbearable. And I forgot to mention, actually, of the most recent run of Call of Duty games, apart from Black Ops 6, which I'm about to talk about in a second, the way you got to unlock attachments for certain guns and stuff like that, oh my god. Awful. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. Especially in Modern Warfare 3. Especially in Modern Warfare 3. Some of the maps that were known as iconic became unbearable. Like I said, Shipment was one of them. You know, I've got to also mention this as well. Modern Warfare finally did zombies, but it wasn't zombies like round-based. It was zombies like open world, like DMZ. They had a mode in there called DMZ where, you know what I mean? Like it was a bit like that. I did not like it. A lot of people there like, oh, you know, this zombies is great. I'm thinking, you are a disgrace to the zombies fan base. This is not zombies. So far from zombies. I'm not here for it. I'm not touching the zombies, and I never did touch the zombies. I saw loads of people playing it though. Don't get me wrong, graphically it looked cool. The game, not for me. So far from me. Yeah, easy bottom tier for me. There's a lot that are in this bottom half here. I do apologise, guys. Black Ops 6. Oh my god. This is crazy, man. This is crazy when I'm looking at all this. Black Ops 6, I'm going to put here. Oh my god, I can't believe this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 Call of Duty zombies in the bottom half. 5 at the top half. You can count mid as top half. 6, 7, 8, 8. Black Ops 6, obviously, the most recent Call of Duty that has been released. Obviously. Again, I played this game in the beta. The beta, really, really fun. Really enjoyed it. The game came out. You could tell there's a lot of sweats on there after a certain amount of time. I hit Prestige 9 after the first, like, 3-4 months. You know what I mean? Of the game being released. I had my camo grind done within the first 2 months. 2.5 months of the game being released. In terms of multiplayer camos. I didn't do the Warzone camos or the Zombies camos. No way. I'm not doing that grind. I really enjoyed the camo grind for the first month, and then it got to the last, like, half a month, and I thought to myself, yeah, get me off this. Especially the rocket launcher one. Oh, God, get me off that. Shoot me in the head. But, again, just like Modern Warfare 2 for me, the first season and a half as well, of Black Ops 6 was really fun. I enjoyed it. And then again, the pros come and complain about, oh, you need to add this in, oh, you need to add this in, you need to take this out. And they do it too much, and they've ruined the game. It's unplayable now. One thing I will say about this, though, is the ranked system I do enjoy. I love playing ranked. There's one thing about me is I love playing ranked. My mates absolutely hate playing ranked. My uncle absolutely hates playing ranked. But I love playing ranked, okay? I love to test myself. I love to see how far I can get. I love to play ranked. But there's one thing about this game that you can't deny, and it was especially heavy in ranked, is the hackers. The hackers was ridiculous in this game. Not just in terms of normal multiplayer, but heavily on ranked. Like, you get hacker in at least one every 2 or 3 lobbies. It was abnormal. And they didn't fix it. They didn't fix it. Like I said, after the first season, the server started to go a bit dodgy as well and stuff like that. Oh my god, they ruined a good Call of Duty. I think they had a template there for a decent Call of Duty. Like maybe bottom of B, maybe top of C tier Call of Duty, I thought. If they kept it from season 1 onwards. I think they had the template for it. But they messed up. They didn't bother. And then obviously they still kept adding in the stupid skin bundles. It got more stupid. They had a llama with a special ability move that would fart in front of the person and kill them and stuff like that. Finishing move wise, it's like, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm trying to say? Let's go back to old school Call of Duty. The old school skin bundles. I'm telling you, you will get more love from people if you do that than what you're doing right now. I'm telling you, you would. But they're not going to do that because people keep buying the bundles. Stop doing it. You know, Black Ops 6 really had the template to become a good Call of Duty, but they flopped it themselves. They flopped it themselves. And it's somewhat playable. It is. But, like, it's really annoying what they did with Black Ops 6. It really is. The campaign was decent. The campaign was alright. The zombies, I actually think is quite underrated. I don't think the zombies are amazing, don't get me wrong, but I think it's an alright zombies. I quite like the 2 starter maps that they added in. Terminus, I thought was quite a fun zombies map. That was a proper zombies map. It had the feel of a zombies map, but the other map that was on it was a good map, but it didn't have the feel of a zombies map. I forgot what the map was called, actually. It was more of like a daytime, bright map. I didn't think it looked quite nice. But the DLC season maps that they've added in since, Tomb, and the one where you could get the... Not the original staff, but you could get a sword, like the element swords and stuff like that. I thought was quite a nice addition into the game. I don't mind the zombies. The multiplayer they ruined, and the campaign, like I said, I didn't really play much of the campaign, but it looked alright. So, I think it's a deserved mid-tier D. I think it is. So, they ruined it themselves. That's the more frustrating thing about it, man. It really is. But yeah, that is it for my Call of Duty games tier list. That is it for it. By the way, as well, I've got to quickly mention about Black Ops 6 Nuketown. Awful. It runs crap, especially if you're on domination. If the team has 2 checkpoints done, the one in their spawn and the one in the mid one, which is very impossible to acquire, by the way. That mid-tier one flag is impossible to acquire. But once you've acquired it, that's it. You're stuck in your own spawn. With the team that only has 1 captured, they're stuck in their own spawn for the whole game. It's awful. But it doesn't even run that well, Nuketown, in my opinion, on this game. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my thoughts on everything here of all the Call of Duty games. Let me know in the comments down below what you all think. It doesn't give me a good look here because the majority of it's in D and F. But I would count C. I'd count C as B and A. I would, because I think a mid-game is still playable, you know what I mean? They are playable. I would say Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is a bit higher, but I never played much of it, so I've got to say that. There's my list. So, Black Ops 2, the best Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2, the second best. Black Ops 1, third. World at War, 4th. Black Ops 3, 5th. Advanced Warfare, 6th. Ghost, 7th. Modern Warfare, the original, 8th. World War 2, 9th. Black Ops 6, 10th. Modern Warfare 3, 11th. Again, another game, maybe if I played more, maybe it might be a bit higher. Cold War 12th, Modern Warfare 2, the newer one, 13th. The newer version of Modern Warfare 1, 14th. And Black Ops 4, 15th. Modern Warfare 3, the newer one, 16th. Infinite Warfare, 17th. Vanguard, 18th. Easy. That's it for today's video, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you all think. I don't know when the next time I am going to upload on this channel is, but hit the bell notification so you're notified. Like, subscribe, and I will see you all on the next video. Peace.